Hello children, topic for today is an informal letter. As we know, there are two types of letters, an informal letter and formal letter. Formal letter is used for the communication purpose with maybe the people who you know officially, like for example your principal, your vice principal, or headmistress, or even we talk about like in so many offices also. If we want to communicate, banks, post office, insurance companies, maybe we have to place an order, or we need to terminate the order. All these things are done officially. So those types of letters are termed as formal letters. But today our topic is focused on an informal letter. So what is an informal letter? That we shall, know, uh, and then what is the informal letter? How we differentiate between formal letter and informal letter? So what's an informal letter is? An informal letter is a letter written to a very close friend, or a very a very close person to the family, or to our family, relatives, close friends, the people who are like family to us, or maybe at times we develop some few relations we develop professionally also. They become close to us. So for them also we can write down informal letters, right? Now, as every writing skill has some of the other highlights, points to remember, salient features, format, all these things formal letter also possess, right? So examples of how to open an informal letter in English, right? Before we look, or before we see the format, we should understand that uh, there is a pattern, like in previous video we have learned about notice writing. So notice writing had a pattern, right? It had a format, a pattern, the language, which words to be used and which words are not to be used. Everything was well defined. In a similar manner, when we are writing about a letter, it has its opening, it has its own ending, it has its middle part, or we can say the body of the letter, or the second paragraph of the letter, right? As we know that the letter is divided into three paragraphs. Apart from the headers and the footers, the main content or the body of the letter is always divided into three paragraphs. First is the introduction or the initial paragraph. Second is something you sum up about the main topic for which you are writing a letter. And in third, we go towards conclusion. Okay, even we wish the younger people in your friends or family or relatives house, or even we try to convey our regards to the elders of the family. In this manner we conclude it. So how, uh, there are a few examples in a way we can begin informal letter in English, right? Let's see. This heavily depends on how well you know the person. Now, of course, if you're writing an informal letter, then it goes without saying that the person you are writing this letter to is well known to you, is very close to you, is very close to your heart, right? You remember him or her, and that is why you're communicating him or her with by writing a letter. So this heavily depends on how well you know the person. In this, you start with the questioning. You should carefully consider your relationships with the person concerned. Okay, you could simply say, like for example, here it is given. Hi Richard. If suppose Richard, you're writing a letter to your friend, you may start with Hi Richard, or even you may start writing Dear Richard. Dear Soumya, Dear Sakshi. In this manner, we try to start or begin the letter, and this is Dear Richard, Hi Richard, Dear Sakshi, Hi Soumya. These are called as valediction. And to our dear and near ones, we try to write down dear and then hi. It sounds a little, okay, it is informal, but still it does not sound that close. Okay, but suppose you have to write down something informally to the person you're connected professionally, okay, then you may use the word hi or hello in this manner, right? Okay, here are a few phrases. We will discuss few phrases, how you can open, or we will discuss few sentences rather. They are not only the phrases, they are complete sentences. How you can begin your letter, informal letter especially. Let's see. Opening sentence of an informal letter should be casual because it is informal. You know, it is not, we are not using for the office purposes. We are using it for our friends. So with friends and families and relatives, we always remain casual. We are relaxed. So the tone of the letter should also be relaxed and maybe simple, but yes, it should not have that all those formal words to it. So the opening sentence of an informal letter should be casual or relaxed, or the tone should be very informal. We can say that. Not so stiff as in the business letter. Like in the previous video, we have learned about notice writing, that we have to be very particular about choosing the words. We cannot choose any random word and write a notice. But here, when you are writing informal letter, of course, we cannot use any kind of word or a slang language or whatever. But yes, we can go little easy with the choice of our words. It is not that stiff, it is not that rigid, or it is not that definite as it is in the business letter. That means the formal letters. For examples of more formal opening sentences, you should check out by business article writing. You know, for that we need to check out for business article writing. But right now we are talking about informal letter, so let's begin with informal. How to begin an informal letter. So the first thing you can use it, or the first sentence you can use it. How are you? The first thing. Suppose you have to write down, dear Soumya, if we start about, dear Soumya, how are you? I am fine here. You know, hope my letter finds you in pink of your health. Whenever you see this video, please note down these opening sentences, which will help you to develop a nice first paragraph. That is the introductory paragraph, right? So you may begin with salutation is done, dear Soumya, for example, or any other name you would choose, and you will say, how are you? Right? Then I'm fine here. Hope this letter of mine finds you in pink of your health. This is a common sentence. This is something which shows that okay, fine, everything is. I presume I you know I understand that everything is well and fine at your side as well. The sentence you can use, or another interrogation you can use is how have you been for such a long time? If suppose you have not written for such a long time to your family or to your friends or to the relatives, so you may also say, how have you been? That means for such a long time, how have you been? How is the life treating you? Could be another. See, you don't have to use all these questions altogether. You may choose any one of it to begin the letter. If suppose you know that your friend, or you know, you're writing to some elderly person, so you may ask, how are the kids? I hope you are doing well. In this manner, we can uh, begin our informal letter writing. Let's see. There are few more expressions which may open, which is used, which may open the letter, informal letter, and those expressions could be thank you for your letter, or thank you for the letter. This is specially, you know, colored mark is kept given so that you understand that letter. This is for the letter. Okay, thank you for the for this letter. It was great to hear from you. Now, though you are writing, it is not your actually speaking, but this is the way. This is a very nice and little. You can say a little different way of saying that it was great to hear from you, though you are reading. I mean, it is in the written text, but still we say it is great to hear from you. That means while reading your letter, it was great. Suppose you are responding to your friends or your relatives letter, and then you are writing it after the opening interrogation questions. Then you start writing, it was great to hear from you. I felt very happy. or it was so nice to hear from you. Sorry for not writing earlier. Maybe you have forgotten to write down and you're just apologizing. Again, these are the choices. Any one of these out of these choices you may choose for the beginning or the opening of your letter. I hope you and your family are well. This also you can add after asking a question, how are you? I'm fine here. I hope you're in pink of your health. And this way also you can start building your first paragraph. If suppose a letter carries a news, if you receive a letter and that letter carries a news, and how will you respond to that? Sorry to hear. If suppose that news is not so happy or on the positive tone, you can say sorry to hear about that particular thing or an event or a person. If it is good and nice, glad to hear that you all are well. Good luck, with your future endeavors. And this may be with the news. If suppose your friend has participated and has won the competition, so you may also add, you may first congratulate and then you may add good luck for or with your future endeavors. Hope you will better soon. If you know that the letter you have received from any of your family or friends or relatives, then for sure you know that maybe somebody is not keeping well. So you may add this particular phrase as well. So these are some of the expressions which you can use for opening. Now let's see, how will you arrange your body of the letter? In the first paragraph of the body, you will state your reason for writing. Apart from those opening phrases which we have already discussed earlier, now you have to, in the first paragraph only, you will come straight to the point. That what is the purpose of your writing this letter? Is there any agenda? Is there something else you want to discuss, convey, invite? Maybe you just want to share the thoughts. Maybe you want to inform. Whatever it is. It is just not that informing people will always be formal. At times we inform to family and friends. Okay, or you at times we invite our family, friends, and relatives to some occasion. So that reason must come in the first paragraph itself. In the second and following paragraph, means first paragraph is done, then you will start writing the second paragraph. So second paragraph will be following to the first paragraph. Naturally, in the second paragraph you may say that what you have promised to say in the first paragraph. That means the second paragraph will follow all those things which you have already spoken in the first paragraph, right? You have already initiated, you have already discussed why have you written the letter, why are you writing this letter, the reason for writing your letter, you already discussed in first paragraph. So what will you do in second paragraph? You will just continue the same reason in the second paragraph. That means it will give a promising touch to your letter. Then what happens in the final paragraph? In the final paragraph, it will be, you make some concluding remarks. And what are those? That also we shall see. Closing expressions. Listen, children, when we close the letter, there is one thing which comes in the format is valediction. Valediction means the last line. Like we have the opening line for the informal letter, that is, how are you? How have the life been treating you? How have been the life treating you? Or how have you been all these days? This is the way we open our informal letter. Similarly, it has got a special closing also. Okay, and after using all these closing expressions, not all these means few or one or two of these closing expressions, if you have used in the letter, the last line of the letter would be valediction. And valediction means closure. You are closing the letter. And how will you close it? By saying, by writing that, convey my regards to whosoever is the elder person in that family to whom you're writing a letter. And give my love to the younger ones, whosoever living or whosoever are the younger ones in the family, right? Of your friends or relatives. You know, in this manner, you close it. So that opening and last line should be very, very uh, clearly mentioned, that this way only we open the letter and this way only we close the letter with that valediction line. I will show that to you. Before that, there are some closing expressions. After you have done, you have discussed everything you want to discuss, and then greetings and this and that and congratulations, whatever according to the matter or the reason you're writing the letter for. These are some of the closing expressions which you can use to close. That means in the towards the last paragraph, or in the last paragraph you may choose any one of them. Like we can say anyway, now it's time to uh, you know it's time to take your leave, or anyway keep on writing to me. In this way you can add afterwards. Well, that's all for now. This is a very though this is a very kind of not so very heartbreaking ending, and it gives you a full emotion to it, that well, that's all for now. You you do not feel like you are just detached suddenly, but it builds. Fine. This expression particularly, well, that's all for now, this expression builds that certain amount of conclusion. This is not end, but yes, for now we will end it. But this is not the end. We shall continue this connectivity, this exchange of thoughts and ideas through letters in routine. But for now, I'm just concluding it. Hope to hear from you soon. It's also very positive expression you're giving towards the end, that you are hoping that your friends or relatives, they write back to you. Looking forward to hear from you. This is also the same. Send my regards and love, which I told you before. Take care. Best wishes. Regards. Lots of love. stay, stay in touch. Keep in touch. Bye for now. Generally people, they contact, or they lose contact for certain time. So for that we can say keep in touch. Bye for now. It is similar to well, that's all for now. It is similar to it, but just another way of expression. See you. Now, see you means maybe you're inviting your friend to the party, of the birthday party or some wedding. So you may say, see you soon. You know, maybe if you want to see pics of your friends, or the relatives of the family, you may also add this line. Please send me the photos of your last trip. These all are informal expressions, and these are some of the expressions you may choose and add from your own uh, by your own wish also to your informal letter, right? Let's see what's next. Yeah, there are a few more examples of how to close your letter. How to end an informal letter. Earlier we have seen, and these are few more. I am looking forward to seeing you. I cannot wait to see you. I cannot wait to see you. So, I mean, I just want to see you so soon that I just cannot wait to see you. I can't wait to hear from you. I am looking forward to hear from you. I hope to be hearing from you soon. See you soon. Send my love to, or convey my regards to, or give my regards to. This is the way we change the words, but the feelings and the message remains the same. I hope you are doing well. Like I told you, give my regards to, convey my regards to. In this manner, we have few phrases or the sentences to end, to summarize your letter, to conclude your letter, right? Now we shall quickly see. Now, of course, as every writing skill has a format. Similarly, informal letter also has a format. And which is that format? Just have a look now. It is very simple format, unlike notice or formal letter. This format is very easy to learn, to understand. First thing, of course, sender's address. Senders means the person who is writing the letter, his or her address. Then by leaving one line, you may write down the date. After that also you leave one line and then write down salutation. That means dear and the name. If the person is of your age and if the person is younger than you. But if somebody who is elder to you, if you're writing if you're writing informal letter to that elderly person, then of course you have to mention accordingly. Like suppose you live in a hostel and you are writing a letter to your mother or your father, so you will definitely write down dear mama, dear papa, dear grandpa, dear grandmother, or dear grandma, dear uncle, dear aunt. In this way we write down the salutation. Though it is informal, but salutation uh, should be nice, which greets the person wholeheartedly. Then of course the content. Now here I have specially mentioned that don't leave line between salutation and content. You don't have to leave line between salutation and content. Just in the next line you can start the content within 3 paragraphs. We have already discussed 3 paragraphs. First will be the opening phrases, the opening sentences, then the reason why you're writing the letter. That whole will become your first paragraph. Second paragraphs will wholly used for your reason for writing the letter. It will promise the reason for writing the letter. And the third paragraph would be the conclusion, towards the conclusion. Those closing phrases and the sentences also we have seen, and you can add some more from your own side. Valediction, as I told you, closure, it is the last line of the last paragraph. It should be the last line of the last paragraph, right? Subscription. Subscription here means, what does it mean? Subscriptions means yours lovingly. We use subscription also differently in informal letters. And what are those subscriptions? Yours lovingly. Okay, we don't use your sincerely or your faithfully or yours obediently. We always use yours lovingly. Okay, and yours, Y capital, and S, not apostrophe, without apostrophe, which the S which joins to your. So yours lovingly will be the subscription, and the first name of the writer. First name of the writer. We don't write full name. Unlike notice, unlike formal letters, we always write down first name only. Right? Let's see for the example. You are Sakshi Arora, and you live at 159 Navjuk Apartments, Pitampura, New Delhi. Write a letter to your friend Rudra, inviting him to stay with you during the summer vacation. Right? So what will you do? Now we shall start writing letter. As I told you before, that few things would be in the questions and few things you have to write on your own. For the format also and for the content also. So how our letter will proceed, just see. Yes, as you can see here, 129 Navjuk apartment. I told you in the format, sender's address was given, sender's name was given, to whom, who you're writing this letter to, that name also was given, reason for writing the letter was also given. So now you have to arrange everything and write down nicely. Date, You can write on any random date if you are writing it for the examination purpose. But if you are really writing a letter, then you have to use um, the exact date. So it begins with 129 Navyug Apartments, Pitampura, Delhi, and the pin code if you wish to give, otherwise don't. Then the date, then salutation, dear Rudra. Okay, it has been a while. See, I told you how to start, how you have been so long. So it has just a new way to start a letter. It has been a while since I have heard from you. It message is same. It means the same. Only it's how you use that expression. Where have you been? I hope this letter finds you in the best of your health, in the pink of your health. Could be anything. Here you can add, how are you? I'm fine. In this manner, you may conclude. As the summers are approaching, I am thinking if you could spend the summer breaks together at my place in Mumbai. I will introduce you to all my friends and the close relatives. I will give you a city tour as well. We will spend some quality time in the afternoons near the seashores. In this way, he has elaborated what he is planning if his friend Rudra comes to stay with him in the summer breaks or summer vacation. Right? Look at the last paragraph. I am excited even at the thought of you, and I'm spending the summertime after so long. You know, you and I spending the summertime together after so long. This way you can conclude. I mean, this is towards the conclusion now you are going. As I told you, for informal letters, it is not fixed that you have to use this language only. Just take care that the opening and the ending goes towards the with the expressions which we have already seen. It should not look like, or it should not come up as formal expressions. So that is why try to use many of those expressions and write your own letter. I am excited even at the thought of you and I spending the summer together after a long time. I have to tell you a lot of things and expect the same from you. Give my regards, convey my regards, pay my regards to uncle and aunt. Before that, you also can write down, I am hoping to hear it from you soon. I want to hear it from you soon. This also you can add this expression before the valediction. As this line, children, as we say, give my regards to aunt and uncle. I told you this is the valediction. If you're writing this line in the last paragraph, that means your letter is finished now. You have written your letter completely and you have now concluded it. So before this line, whatever you want to add, you can add. Okay, I'm hoping to see you soon. Please let me know your dates of arrival. In this manner, we can conclude the letter. See, again, he has written, hope to see you soon as the last line. Now, yours lovingly. Okay, so this is a valediction, and this may come as a altogether closing of that letter. Yours lovingly, as I told you, yours Y capital S without apostrophe. This is the place where generally you make a mistake and you put apostrophe, but it is not with apostrophe. It is plain. Yours lovingly, Sakshi and Saksham. Here I leave you with this format. Thank you.